Alrighty boys, in this video we're going to talk about why when you have those super productive days you feel amazing about yourself, and why when you have those days where you aren't productive, you spend your entire day watching Netflix and you don't do those things that will improve your life, why you feel bad about yourself. And it's actually a pretty surprising thing. It's hardwired into us. But before we get into that video, make sure to toss this video a like. And if you want to get notified when our brand new videos are being released at 10 a.m. every day, hit that bell notification. Now, let's get into it. So basically, as I mentioned, this happens because it's hardwired into us. Humans, our psychology has evolved over the past few million years as our species has evolved. And we're actually hardwired to seek enjoyment in a fulfilling life. In fact, we built a motivational system to help guide us through that journey. That's why when you do things that don't align in that pursuit of happiness, like working at your soul-draining job, you get that feeling in your gut that's telling you that you're on the wrong path in life. That's also why when you do things that are meaningful to you, like spending time with your loved one, your girlfriend, or the boys, you feel amazing, It's because our psychology has evolved, and all of us, we all seek an enjoying and fulfilling life. And that's also why when we all love to be around people that are happy, because it makes us feel happy. We're drawn to happiness. Now, the thing is, where most people mess up is their actions don't align in a path that results in them getting the life they want. And when you go down this path where your actions contradict your desires, it leads you to a dark place. It leads you to a point where you don't fully love yourself. And look, I know this better than anyone, because as most of you guys know, when I was 21 years old, I was stabbed in the throat. You can see the scar right there. I was stabbed in the arm and chest. This one punctured my lung down there. I should have died. But instead, I woke up 7 days later in an induced coma, and I was broken and limited. Like I said, I was living off tubes, and if you unplug those tubes, you unplugged my life. And even worse than that, it felt like I didn't know who I was anymore. My energy was depleted. I had zero confidence. Disappeared like a quarter in a freaking magic show. But when I found myself in this place, I just didn't have what it took to really build my life up again. All my actions, they were mediocre at best. And for months, I just felt stuck, weak, and powerless, essentially. And my life, it didn't progress in the direction I wanted it to, and I just didn't love myself. I really didn't. Every day felt like an uphill battle. It felt like I had a mental barrier that just kept me stuck as a lizard version of myself. And that's why I know so much about this, is because I was in such a broken and limited state that I felt hopeless. But I started studying how the human brain works. I started studying how we evolved as human beings. And that's when I discovered that in order to start feeling better about ourselves, we have to start improving ourselves in the direction of our life. And so I did what most of you probably did at this point, declare to myself that I'm going to work out consistently, eat healthy, and it would go great for a few days. I'd start working out, start eating healthy, but then one day I wasn't motivated. And I'd give up on my aspirations. I didn't have that internal drive, so I didn't work out that day. It kept me in a vicious cycle where I wasn't happy with my life. But what I realized is that I was stuck in this place that you might find yourself in just because I didn't program my brain correctly. You see, most people, they try and change their life, but they tap into the wrong part of their mind. They consciously tell themselves they're going to work out, but all their actions are derived from our subconscious mind. Okay, 90 to 95% of our actions are derived from our conscious mind. And to really exemplify that, have you ever had one of those times where maybe after work you're driving on home and then you zone out, and then 10 minutes later, all of a sudden you're just at your destination? If so, you're probably like, well, how the heck did I get here? I wasn't consciously driving. And you're right, you weren't consciously driving, but your subconscious mind took over. Now you're also wondering, okay, Adam, how does my subconscious mind get me to take action? And the answer is through your habits. Now, when you tell yourself that you're gonna do X, Y, and Z, work out, eat healthy, you're using your conscious mind. But your subconscious mind isn't programmed to do that. You're not in the habit of doing those things. So both parts of your brain contradict each other. And you already know which one wins that battle, your subconscious mind, which is why you never get the results you want. So what you need to do to escape this is essentially get your subconscious mind to work with your conscious mind. Now, inside the New Way of Health, we call this acquiring the mind of a conqueror. And what this really entails is forming the right habits in place. You know, there are underlying foundational habits that you must get if you want to become a high performer and hit your goals and feel amazing about yourself. I mean, think about it. If you're not in the habit of sticking to your word, how are you ever going to change your life? Anytime you strive for change, you'll resort back to the habit of not keeping your word to yourself. There's underlying habits that you must conquer. There's essentially, you have to acquire the mind of a conqueror if you want to create real change in your life. Not this temporary change where you get motivated and make change for a few days. I'm talking about everlasting change that actually gets you results. Now, look, if you want to acquire the mind of a conqueror, you have a few options. We have a bunch of free content on here, and a lot of it drops gold nuggets on here. So you could go through that, or if you want to streamline your options, we have a 7-day challenge to acquire the mind of a conqueror. And the link to that is below. You can check it out. I'm telling you guys, we have students coming in here. One of our students, Steven, he came in here after 7 days. He started his own business, and within months, it's wildly profitable. Now, before that, he didn't have the confidence to start a business, and that's where acquiring the mind of a conqueror helped him with. It gave him that self-belief. You know, we have other students coming in here, and they're battling this anxiety and depression. They kind of cower in fear in life, but after 7 days, they're striking up conversations with strangers. The reality is that you can acquire the mind in 7 days. And it's just, again, tapping into how your brain is programmed to work, or hardwired to work, I should say. Now, if you want to check that out, link to that's below. But before you do that, make sure to toss this video a like and comment below, because that helps us grow the channel. And when we can reach more people, we can impact more people's lives for the better. Oh, and by the way, make sure to subscribe too. So go ahead, do those things, and hopefully I'll see you inside the challenge.